Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another video with Code Rhetoric with Tam Talk. On today's video, I want to talk about understanding and reading a medical insurance card. You'd be surprised the number of individuals who aren't familiar with how to read their medical insurance card. And I will also go on record and say that many don't really understand how their insurance actually works, such as how much they're supposed to pay. Some think once they obtain medical insurance, that medical insurance covers every medical service that they request or the doctor recommends, and that is not the case. But I won't go into much detail about that because it will vary depending on the patient's plan. But I, however, will go over how to read your insurance card. So first we'll get started with the subscriber. This is the person who is the owner or the main person of the insurance plan. So this is the subscriber. So they are the ones who, I wouldn't say initiated the plan, but they are the one who are probably paying the premiums to the insurance company. The member ID or the policy number, this is the number that you would use or the insurance company would use to identify the subscriber or those also on the plan, such as a spouse, children, the family. But this is your form of identifying or the insurance company's way of identifying who the insured individuals are. So the next one is the type of plan. Is it a PPO plan or HMO or an OMO? OMO is actually not a plan, but I just threw that in there just, mix it up. So this is also another way for the insurance or the insured parties, medical providers to identify what type of plan the insurer carries. Is it PPO? Is it HMO? Is a copay required? Is a copay not required? What about an authorization? These are the different things that will determine, again, based on the type of plan that the patient has. And they look at that based upon, again, those three capital letters, PPO, HMO, or OMO. So now we're getting into the REX part of the plan. So for those who don't know, RX represents prescription. So some plans may have a prescription insurance coverage, some may not, but if it does, you will see that it is listed as RX, which includes the group number, the plan number, and sometimes, not all the times, your prescription may be covered by another form of insurance, such as the employer may, or the issuer of the insurance plan may have one dedicated specifically to medical treatment, one may be dedicated specifically to prescription, and then like Medicare, there is a part that is dedicated specifically to hospitalization services. So this is where you have to pay close attention. Sometimes we may think that the RX is also part of the medical coverage, and it is, but not in the aspect in which we believe it should be covered. Okay, with the Part D plan benefit, this is CMS. And if you don't know, CMS represents Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. So for me, this lets me know that this patient has some form of federal government coverage, whether it be Medicare or Medicaid. And in this case, the patient does have coverage with Medicare, as this is a Medicare Blue Cross or Blue Cross Medicare Advantage. So this is a Medicare insurance. So although it is, I would say, issued through Blue Cross, it is another extension of federal government insurance. Again, Medicare Advantage. So you have to pay close attention to the writing, to the identification numbers. Just look at the card, and there are symbols there, such as the suitcase with the plan PPO, HMO, and also at below the suitcase, it'll tell you whether or not it is, if it's Medicare or if it's just a standard employee Blue Cross Blue Shield. There is what we call a government insured carrier, or insurance plan or commercial plan. And in this case, this is a Medicare federal government form of insurance. So we have flipped our card over to the back, and as you can see, we have some additional information, very important information. We have contact numbers. We also have mailing addresses. Very important that as someone who works in the billing department, that you are aware as to where to submit the claim for payment or reimbursement. Also to contact for insurance eligibility or verification of coverage. And also there are numbers for members where they can call to find out the details of their coverage prior to having services rendered such as surgery, finding out what their deductibles are, if the deductibles have been met, what their copays are, things of that nature. So don't neglect looking at the back of your card. It's very important information there to ensure that your payer is reimbursed and that this medical treatment and services that you are rendered are also covered. So that is the end of our quick tutorial of reading and understanding our medical insurance card. And stay tuned, we may have some more information as it relates to the different plans. Well, we'll see. All right, take care.